Hey guys, Bob Brennaman here. I'm a realtor in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and today we're going to take you on a tour of a home we recently sold. We had helped the buyer years ago buy it, and we are helping them sell it now, and we're closing it up today, and I hope you enjoy the tour. All right, y'all, so let's go check out this house at 30 Fernandina that we are closing up today. So it's lakefront, and you enter through an alley. And you can see the houses in Ion, obviously, you know, tightly packed in together, but some of that gives it, I think, a little bit of charm. And you can see, I mean, you can do these privacy walls much higher than you can do in most neighborhoods. This garage in the back, you could put a room over it if you wanted to, as it's pretty much standard here that most of these places have basically carriage houses over top of them. And then we'll go that way in a minute, but that's to the lake side of things. But before we do that, we're gonna take you through the house. And this is a house that we helped a buyer from the Philadelphia area years ago, probably a decade ago, buy. And, you know, in this business, obviously I've been in it for 25 plus years. So it's, you know, sometimes you help people buy houses, and unfortunately they don't, you know, they don't make a ton of money on them. In Charleston, most of them have, but some of them haven't. Certainly the ones that bought running up to the recession last time and had to sell lost a little bit of money, including me. But I would say a couple of the sales I've done this year, and this one being one, you know, really good sale for the seller, nice profit. And, you know, Ion is one of these places, and if you watch any of my videos as I've over the years in Ion's one of these places that has nothing really done anything but go up over the years. It is a neighborhood that, even during the recession, I mean, there were a couple of builders back here, you know, 08, 09, that didn't get the memo. The economy was slowing down and crashing, and they kept building spec. So there were a few of those, few short sales and some foreclosures, but nothing like it was all over Charleston, you know, back, you know, almost 20 years ago. So again, the point I'm trying to make is that Ion has just amazing in regards to sales price over the years, and it continues to seems to go up even more. You know, areas that are close to downtown Charleston, Ion being one, Old Village, Old Park, which is next door, and Old Mount Pleasant, tend to do, you know, extremely well because of their location to the city. And you're just seeing that. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I'm riding over here from the gym this morning and just looking at some of these neighborhoods that, you know, 20 years ago, you could buy a house for $200,000, and now the lots are selling for $1 million. And it's all about the location. Speaking of location, segue into the big selling feature for this is its location on the lake. And I've sold a couple of houses around the lake over the years. This one, you know, I love this spot. It's right next to a little neighborhood, kind of boat launch, you know, kayak. There's a swimming platform across the way on the other lake. We're not on that lake at the moment, but you can see nice porch. And my folks, we're closing this today. So my folks use this as mainly a second home over the years. So the people that are buying this are getting a house that was not used very hard, and my folks used it a good bit during the pandemic. And it just, you know, their kids have grown up and they've got grandkids, and it just doesn't make sense to keep this place, so they sold it. And again, I'm so grateful that they let me help them purchase it a decade ago, and then were kind enough to let me sell it for them. And we didn't have, you know, showings on this price point property. I think this is going to close for 2.65 maybe, or 2.67, something like that. It'll be in the video. Is, you know, it's going to take longer on market, obviously, because less people have the money to buy, you know, nearly $3 million house. So we didn't have a ton of showings on this because of its price point. We did do, or I did, which I don't generally recommend as a mechanism to sell. I did a lot of open houses, and it didn't sell through an open house. I was actually at the house when the agent came that ended up representing the buyers. So anyway, you know, I'm gonna cut a video about open houses and my thoughts. I won't tie y'all up in this video talking about that. But you can see some furniture. They had an estate sale. There's a little bit of stuff, remnants left over. And we will go on the porch after I show you the rest of the master bedroom. A clawfoot tub. Heated towel rack. You know, and this, I want to say built in maybe 2005, that's what I'm guessing. So it hasn't been updated that much, but whoever spec'd it originally, I think did a pretty good job on doing that. I mean, my folks had to spend a little bit of money on it when they got it, but not a ton. Nice big walk-in closet. And heart pine floors. You know, really nice look to those. The only downside to heart pine, honestly, is the fact that it scratches easier. I personally like Australian cypress, which has a similar look to it, but is much harder. But most of the houses in downtown Charleston are heart pine floors. And again, you can see it, and this is probably as sunny as it's going to get today. We're shooting this, and it's had a little bit of rain, a little bit of cloudiness the last couple of days. So unfortunately, I was hoping to get this on a more clear day, but you can see, you know, plenty of media that I shot. If you're curious at what this looked like on a pretty day, on other videos that I did as part of our marketing of this house. All right, so we got one more level. Y'all are like, gosh, this is a long video. We're at 6 minutes. So obviously that was a master, and then you've got a bedroom here, which again, the buyers bought some of this stuff at estate sale, so it's not being left like this, as we do close in a couple hours. I think we close in a couple hours. And you know, pretty timeless, whoever did it, putting the subway tile in back in 08 or so when this was built. And you know, it still looks good today. And it's still honestly the stuff that they put in the new houses that you're seeing built. There's a lot of subway tile. Then one more flight of stairs. The one thing this house doesn't have that I think may have got it sold a little quicker, even though, like I said, we didn't have a ton of showings, is an elevator, because it's 3 floors. And a lot of these houses that are this type of setup would have an elevator shaft. If they didn't have an elevator, this one doesn't, for whatever reason. You see the beadboard ceiling, maybe. I don't know if my camera's picking it up or not. And again, this was used as a living area. You can see the wet bar, and you've got bedrooms on either side. And bedroom office up here, they use this as both bedroom, and I think they had a grandkid that would stay up here sometimes because there was a crib in here at one time. I didn't cut the lights on here, but maybe I can just to show you this bedroom. So a lot of space in this house. I want to say, gosh, 3,400 square feet maybe, but laid out well. So it sits, I think it sets up really well, and it set up well for them over the years. They use it when family would come to town. Kind of everybody has some space. And then let's go out and finish on 3rd level porch. And you know, even on a cloudy day, it's so beautiful. I kicked myself for not buying a house in Ion years ago when I first got into business. You could get a house back here for about $400,000, which you can't even find dirt back here for half that. All right, y'all, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed a little tour of this house at 30 Fernandina in Ion in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. If you like our videos, be sure to click in the right-hand corner of the screen, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions you want to talk about Charleston, I'd love to talk about this area, and I'd love to talk to you. My name's Bob Brennaman. You can call me or text me at 843-345-6074. And I'll see you next time.